Here at Exit to Adventure, we absolutely love tracking down the inspiration to some of the horror movies that we absolutely love. And that's exactly what we're doing here today. And honestly, this was the top of my list for Japan, to visit the spot we're going to take you to today. For this well-known Japanese ghost story, we are here at Himeji Castle. And you can see it directly in the middle of your screen, sitting on the hill.
That thing is
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'd like to live there.
So just a little bit about the history. It spans over 600 years, beginning in the 14th century fortification. And it survived wars and natural disasters. I think actually in World War II, they actually dropped a bomb on it, but the bomb didn't detonate, so
nice.
Survived. We made it inside the gates, and this place is absolutely massive. We're here to see the beauty of the castle, but we're here for one specific thing on the grounds.
And what's that?
Well, I can't spoil it.
Oh, okay, my bad. No spoilers, no spoilers.
The specific horror movie I'm talking about is what we in the U.S. know as The Ring. In 1991, here in Japan, a trilogy came out. Well, the first one came out in 1991. Now, this trilogy was very popular. In 1998, actually, the most popular movie adaptation would have been created, Ring, or Ringu. Now, that wasn't the only movie. There were several different movies. There was manga adaptations. There was a television series. But with the popularity of that particular movie, us in the U.S. were like, hey, we need a version of that. And so we created The Ring with Samara, which we've already done the filming locations for.
So go check that out.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite filming locations we've done. But it was crazy to read and learn about that all of that Ringu was based off an actual famous Japanese story, ghost story, that is here at this castle.
I'd like to point out, aside from that, the castle itself, for any of my fellow Assassin's Creed gamers out there, if you've played the newest one, Shadows, this castle is in the game. It is one of the castles that you have to beat 5 samurais at to be able to unlock a legendary chest. I knew I recognized this castle when we were walking up, and I looked it up, and sure enough, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Hard thing about getting to this spot is it's so hot, and as you can see, mainly uphill.
All uphill.
All that butt exercise, I guess.
Butt, calves, thighs, lungs, heart. Whew. Too much.
Just look at the architecture of this place. The doors.
Yeah, they don't make door frames like that anymore. That's solid wood.
What's that breeze? Did you almost fall?
I did. I didn't know it was a step down, and my foot kind of went off, and I was trying to stop myself, so I get one of them.
We have now entered the inside of the castle. And before you come in, they make you take your shoes off because they don't want any outside shoes on here. So it's truly unreal to basically be bear dogging in a castle this old. But I can tell you right now, there is no dirt on this floor. Like absolutely nothing. It's crazy. It's dark in here. They have these little lights on the floor, light up the way, which I think gives it an extra spooky feel, don't you? Just imagine the history that went on here. This is the second level. Had to climb some pretty steep steps to get up here.
I just like to point out I've snuck around this castle before in the game. Looks nearly identical in the game as it does here. This is awesome.
We've come to another set of stairs. See how steep they are?
You gotta imagine the left side of your screen, this wall right here, being just lined with all kinds of weapons. Swords, bows, spears, you name it. Anything they fought with during the Edo period would have lined this wall right here. That way it's easy to grab. You're ready to go. The castle's under attack. Boom, grab your weapon off this thing and time to go to work. This is a look of what the basically under the skin, the framework of the castle. That's a good structure. They have an entire replica with the castle way out there. You can see it towering. This is the town and the castle. Crazy. That is crazy. It almost looks like how the town would have been during the time this castle was active. So these don't look like modern houses, especially since there's skyscrapers out here now.
Another shot of the castle from the base of it.
That thing is beautiful, man. I'm telling you.
It's a lot bigger than, I mean, it is big looking when you're far away, but it's bigger once you get in here.
Yeah, and it's very big on the inside. And it's got a nice breeze.
We've actually made it to the part of the castle that ties us to the ring.
No more Assassin's Creed.
I'm looking at it right now, and I can't tell you how ridiculously excited it makes me to see this
Yeah,
in real life.
it's awesome.
So before we get over there, I'm going to tell you this famous Japanese ghost story. So way back, there was a servant girl here by the name of Okiku. Now she served a samurai, and the samurai was in love with her, basically. He wanted her to be his mistress, but she refused. Well, in order for him to kind of get what he wanted, he came up with this plan. Now, the plan involved these plates that Okiku was over, like watching. They were very, plates worth a lot of money, and there were 10 of them. They were like heirlooms to this castle. And so what he did was he took one of the 10 plates and he hid it. And he told her, you know, well, if you agree to be my lover, then I will return the plate and no harm intended, because these things were so important that by it being missing, it meant death for her.
Right. They were that priceless and that valuable.
So she still held fast to her her beliefs, and she said no. Well, this infuriated him. Now, there's a couple of variations to the story at this point. One variation says that she was so distraught over the missing plate that she actually threw herself into a well. Another version says that he hung her up over the well, beat her, and then tossed her body into the well to die. Regardless, she ends up in the well. Now, if you're kind of familiar with Japanese stories, whenever they believe that, you die like a horrific death, sometimes your spirit comes back as like a vengeful spirit. And that's exactly what happened with Lukiku. She came back, and it was reported here on the castle grounds that she would climb out of the well, exactly like the ring. You have the girl, the hair draped over her face,
right,
dripping wet. But in this story, she counts the plates. And when she gets to 9, she lets out an ear-piercing, just pull at your insides, scream because she cannot find the 10th plate. And it was stated that this scream would cause harm to the people of the castle. And she was haunting that samurai also and tormenting him. And it got so bad here at the castle that they actually got a priest to come to try to exorcise her spirit. So one night when they heard her counting, the priest counted with her. And when it got to 10, he said 10. And it was at that point they think that her spirit was put to rest because it was believed she found the 10th plate.
Yeah.
So.
Whew. That's a hair-raising story.
But it was from this popular legend that the writer from the Ring book, like the one that wrote the stories and then later created into the film, this is where he got the inspiration from. This is it. This is the whale. Could you imagine being here with the possibility of something climbing out of this whale that looks similar to the ring or Ringu? It said that they were so terrified that she might actually still climb out that they put this grate over it. And that people can still hear her counting down there at night. You can see the bottom down there, so it's not so deep where you can't see it. Looks like people have thrown coins down there. This is absolutely insane to be here to see this.
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
Because The Ring, when it came out, was one of those movies that did terrify me. Like, just the way they had her made up, Samara, and it was freaky.
She got everybody with a videotape, and the real life one got everybody with her scream.
Just gonna walk around the whole thing so you can see it. It's a pretty big whale. Now over here directly to the side of it, They do have a plaque talking about it. Okiku Well. So it was around the year 1500. So yeah, I mean, getting to experience the castle, getting to see the castle was completely mind-blowing. But I came here specifically for this whale. I wanted to see this whale so bad. You can see the castle right up here, and her whale is right down here, kind of close to the base.
Like Renee said, there's different variations to this story. And on this plaque, it actually says that the guy wanted the Oyama family, one of the guys in that family, wanted to kill the lord of this castle and take it over. So they put this girl, Akiku, basically to serve as a maid in the Oyama's house. Anyway, guy got away, and he basically, instead of killing Akiku, he forced her to marry her for sparing her life. She turned him down. He couldn't accept the rejection, so he hid one of the plates that was a treasured possession of the Oyama family and framed Akiku for the theft. Akiku still failed to accept his advances, so he basically killed her. Danshiro did, and threw her down this well, and then you got the whole counting, looking for the plates that were missing. So that's just a short version of what was on that plaque there. That's the ghost story that is told around these parts. And the name of that ghost story is Legend of Banshu Sarashiki. I think that's how you say it. Well, that does it for the castle and the true life version of the Ring, or Ringu. I love seeing this castle.
We know, we heard
I'm gonna say it
several
again, just
times
'cause
about Assassin's Creed.
That and getting to see the whale. So it was a twofer for me. So it was only one for you, but it was a twofer for me. It's always two's always better than one. Just saying. Oh. Well, that does it. So, as always,
Keep it spooky.
later.